Okay. Our next singer, um, y'all know that Watch the Picture podcast that I don't like Stephanie and I, like when we first started, like before we even started doing the Picture podcast, it would be like a phone call. Oh girl, I'm gonna send you a video of this crazy singer. And then like when we started doing the Picture podcast and like time was of the essence, right? Because Stephanie's kids were a few years younger. I mean, they're still very young, but they were even younger than they are now. And I was in the middle of a move and life was lifing. So I would not call Stephanie as much. And then it got to a point where I wouldn't call Stephanie pretty much at all unless it was something truly special. That's the best word I'm going to have. Transcendent is the word I'm going to use for Mr. Jamison. So Mr. Jamison Puckett, his first thing is he's from Tennessee. And if you're from Tennessee, write back red, yellow, purple. And then you follow it up with, yeah, and I'm a worship leader. That's number 2. Check. Okay. And then he's one of the only singers ever, you all, ever. They hardly ever feature singers in B-Reels. Like where they're actually singing in a B-Reel. Okay.
I thought he was going to get cut. I thought he was going to get cut.
Because that's what they'll usually do. But then I was like,
yes.
I said, I don't hear cut. I don't hear cut here. I don't hear cut here. I said,
right.
they're letting this gentleman actually sing, like in the B-Reel. And I think it was an original song he had written, like on the spot or whatever. And I just was like, okay, what's really happening here? What am I feeling here? And then, you know, he talked about his family, about his first child's being born, blah, blah. He's moved to LA. You know, he's tatted up. He's got the gauges in his ears. You know, he's all the Jesus freak, I guess, movement or whatever. And then he said the song that he was going to sing, and then I just was like, "You're from Memphis. You're a worship leader, and you're going to sing "Faithfully" by Journey." And in my opinion, greatest male rock voice of all time in Stephen Perry. I said, okay. And I told Stephanie after I called her, I said, this is either going to be really bad or it's going to be spectacular.
Yep.
First thing I wrote Stephanie is I have no notes. I said, I'm in straight tears. I called Stephanie literally boo-hooing. Like not just the tears rolling down my face. Like I was choked up in my throat when I called her. Because let me tell you something, and I'm getting emotional thinking that those of you who have ever experienced God's presence, whatever you want to call him, okay, whatever you want to call him, if you've ever been in his presence and you've ever experienced when someone sings something and it's beyond them, it's the best way I can describe it. It's really not them. It's and what we call in our faith God working through them. It's beyond electric, right? It's beyond electric. It's like electricity shooting through you and you just well up and you get emotional. And I said, when God moves someone's voice, it's just not of this world. And I felt that's what was happening here. Like it was such, the first split second, I was like, okay, this is a little bit different version of this song because I felt like he was singing not off beat to the guitar, but it was like almost in syncopation with the guitar, Stephanie. It was different. Right. And then it just took off. How this man said that word family. Go back and listen how he sang family. I said, and the flip into the falsetto, I just was like, I am privileged. Jamison, I am privileged. Please watch the Picture Podcast because I want to talk to you. I really do. I'm privileged to get to know and to hear a talent and a gift like yours. We are privileged because you are but a vessel. And the way you let the man upstairs, as my father used to call him, the man upstairs use you. Yeah, you don't hear voices like this, y'all. It was insane. I can't even describe it. I said I have no notes, Stephanie.
They didn't need to tell me this man was a worship leader. The minute this young man opened up his mouth, the oil was dripping up out of his mouth. It was just sliding. Okay, the stage was saturated. That's what we felt. The stage was saturated. The whole stage, everything was saturated. Oh my God! Like, I'm not gonna belabor the point because you said it all again. He literally turned that into a worship song. When he got done that, I was like, okay, we gonna find a way to take this song and use it in our worship set. And you know how our worship leader likes to tag songs onto the back. I was like, we can take that song and tag on the back, "To God be the glory." Like, we could just worship for a half hour on that song. Faithfully. Oh, Jesus. It was saturated with the Spirit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It was saturated with the Spirit. Jamison, we ain't ready, but we ready, brother.
Dude,
we ready, brother. And it let me just say this. It don't matter what they have you singing on this show. I don't care what they have you singing on this show, because we've seen it before. We've seen it before where you singing whatever song it is and Jesus come out of your mouth. Okay. And it don't even have to be his name. The Spirit, if you are open to letting him use you like you did on this blind, he will use you with whatever song they give you to sing. So
what would say once, Jesus showed up and showed out.
He showed up and showed out.
It's crazy. Jamison, it was crazy. And I could tell that you were being used because just the joy that was on your face. The joy. You just were like, I was like, dude. And it's Steve freaking Perry.
It's Steve Perry.
Really? Steve Perry. Effortless singing.
Effortless.
Crazy. Who did he choose? I don't even remember.
Bublé.
Yeah. Yeah. Who didn't turn for him?
So Michael and Reba turned for him.
Y'all crazy.
Snoop and Gwen did not.
Y'all crazy. Should have been a 4-chair turn. And then
that's right.
I heard them talk on something about nerves and stuff. No. Nope. Didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it either. I meant to say that to you. I didn't hear no nerves.
And I don't often say the coaches are wrong, but they were wrong. It should have been a 4-chair turn. That was insane.
Yeah.